Human history is filled with massive mysteries, forgotten between the dusty pages of time and secrets yet to be discovered. But no narrative has challenged the human mind quite like the story of that mysterious traveler mentioned in Surah Al-Kahf, Dhul-Qarnayn. He was not merely a king with vast armies. He was a divine traveler endowed with the knowledge and the means of everything, pushing the boundaries of time and space. But what was that chilling sight Dhul-Qarnayn witnessed when he reached the setting place of the sun? Could the Quranic description of the sun setting in a dark, murky spring be a modern astrophysical reality described thousands of years ago? Today, in the light of ancient texts, we will journey into the depths of space, to that dark well from which even light cannot escape, the edge of a black hole. If you're ready, welcome to the greatest secret of Dhul-Qarnayn. Taking the immense power and knowledge granted to him, Dhul-Qarnayn followed a sabab, a path or a means, toward the west. This was not just a geographical exploration. It was as if he were moving toward the very boundaries of existence, where matter itself reaches its limit. Days turned into months, and months into years. Finally, he reached that point where the world as we know it ends, and the horizon line defies the ordinary. The Quran describes that moment as follows: until, when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it as if setting in a spring of dark mud. The term dark mud or murky spring is expressed in the original Arabic as al-Hamiah. For thousands of years, commentators interpreted this as a hot, black, muddy spring. However, looking at it today through the lens of modern science, this definition leads us to a much more startling possibility. Think for a moment. How can a massive star like the sun sink into a muddy spring? If Dhul-Qarnayn were merely at a terrestrial seashore, the sun would disappear below the horizon. It wouldn't enter into it. Yet the verse says the sun was setting in that spring. Now, let's imagine this scene through the eyes of an astrophysicist. A black hole, a point where space-time is torn, where gravity is so intense that not even light can escape. The area around a black hole, known as the event horizon, possesses a massive temperature and a murky, dark, dense appearance due to the friction of matter being sucked in. Could that murky spring Dhul-Qarnayn saw actually be the cosmic chaos of a star being devoured by a black hole? That boundary line where light bends, time slows down, and matter appears like a fluid dark plasma. As the sun vanished within that colossal darkness, Dhul-Qarnayn was witnessing the greatest storm in the universe. Light was warping, colors were darkening, and the sky was turning into a pitch-black, boiling abyss. Dhul-Qarnayn was not alone at the edge of this terrifying and magnificent sight. The verse continues, "Near it, he found a people." Who were these people? How did they live on the brink of such a massive energy source, or perhaps a dimensional portal? Perhaps they were inhabitants of a region where the laws of physics began to break down. A divine voice addressed Dhul-Qarnayn. "O Dhul-Qarnayn, either you punish them or you adopt among them a way of goodness." This is where the greatness of Dhul-Qarnayn was revealed. He did not use his power like a tyrant. He said, "As for him who does wrong, we will punish him. But as for him who believes and does righteousness, he will have a reward of the best." This was not just a lesson in justice. It was a universal law. It showed that even in the very heart of chaos and darkness, there must be a scale of justice and goodness. Dhul-Qarnayn represented the divine order, even at the edge of a world being swallowed by a black hole. The story of Dhul-Qarnayn did not end there. From there, he traveled to the east and then to the region between two mountains, where Gog and Magog resided. But that image at the place of the sun's setting left an indelible mark on human memory. Today, some researchers suggest that Dhul-Qarnayn might have been a dimensional traveler, a star walker. The means, sabab, he used might have been wormholes capable of bending space-time. Perhaps that Murky Spring where the sun set was a supermassive black hole at the center of a galaxy, and Dhul-Qarnayn was traveling between the far corners of the universe, by all his leave. Is this a legend or a reality we have yet to fully grasp? Is the Holy Quran pointing toward horizons that science is only now beginning to discover from thousands of years ago? One thing is certain: the story of Dhul-Qarnayn doesn't just tell us about the past. It invites us to look at the future, the stars, and the depths within ourselves. Because sometimes the greatest secrets are hidden inside the darkest wells. Make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one.